Hello everyone, welcome to Kansas Future. The Kansas City Chiefs have been riding high this season, boasting an impressive 11-1 record and closing in on the AFC's coveted number 1 seed. Despite close games that have kept fans on edge, the Chiefs continue to dominate and aim for their 3rd consecutive Super Bowl victory. However, even with a roster full of talent, some players have underperformed, making it likely the Chiefs will part ways with them after the 2024 season. Let's take a look at some players on thin ice and one unbelievable addition that Veach is expected to bring to the team. But first, I have a small request. If you find our content valuable, please consider giving us a like. It's a small gesture that really helps support us. Thanks for being awesome. Wanya Morris, a 3rd-round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, entered the league with high expectations, but his performance has left much to be desired. Despite being in only his 2nd season, his struggles on the field have significantly impacted the Chiefs' offensive line. Morris has struggled to protect Patrick Mahomes, with opponents exploiting his weaknesses to get to the quarterback. Chiefs fans on social media have humorously labeled Morris as the reason several defenders are headed to the Pro Bowl this year. Unfortunately, the humor masks a serious issue: Morris's inability to hold his own against elite pass rushers. The Chiefs attempted to address this issue mid-season by signing veteran DJ Humphries, a move that highlights their diminishing confidence in Morris. While it's unusual to give up on a 3rd-round draft pick so quickly, Morris's lack of improvement makes it easier for the team to consider moving on in 2025. Sky Moore's NFL journey with the Chiefs has been disappointing to say the least. Drafted in the 2nd round in 2022, Moore was expected to develop into a reliable target for Patrick Mahomes. However, his role in the offense has diminished significantly this season. Through 12 games, Moore has played in just 6 and has yet to record a single reception. His minimal contributions on special teams only amplify his lack of impact, raising questions about his long-term value to the Chiefs. Kansas City has historically struggled to develop wide receivers, relying instead on external additions like DeAndre Hopkins to bolster their passing attack. While rookies like Rashee Rice have shown promise, Moore has fallen further down the depth chart. With limited trade value and minimal on-field contributions, it's hard to imagine the Chiefs retaining Moore beyond 2024. Nazeeh Johnson, the cornerback position, has been a challenging area for the Chiefs in 2024, and Nazeeh Johnson's performance hasn't helped. Following the trade of standout cornerback L'Jarius Sneed to the Tennessee Titans, Johnson was expected to step up. However, his performance has been lackluster, allowing a passer rating of 101.2 when targeted. Johnson has become a liability in coverage. His struggles were evident during the Chiefs' Black Friday victory over the Las Vegas Raiders, when he was benched in favor of Joshua Williams. This mid-season shakeup underscores the coaching staff's concerns about Johnson's ability to contribute effectively. With Trent McDuffie as the only solid option in the secondary, the Chiefs will likely focus on upgrading their cornerback room in the 2025 offseason, leaving little room for Johnson on the roster. Evaluating roster changes. While evaluating potential roster changes, it's essential to consider the Chiefs' position in the NFL waiver order. As perennial contenders, Kansas City finds itself at the bottom of the waiver priority, which limits their ability to claim emerging talent. A recent example is Emmanuel Forbes, a 1st-round cornerback from the 2023 draft, who was released by the Washington Commanders. Despite his struggles in Washington, Forbes remains a tantalizing prospect for teams higher in the waiver order. His collegiate success, including a record 6 pick-sixes, demonstrates his raw talent. However, with teams like the New York Giants ahead in the waiver order, the Chiefs have little chance of adding him to their roster. One of the challenges that comes with sustained success is the inability to easily infuse the roster with young and proven talent via waivers. As the Kansas City Chiefs navigate the final stages of the 2024 season, the team's secondary remains a pressing concern. The injury to cornerback Jalen Watson in Week 7 has created a void that players like Nazeeh Johnson and Joshua Williams have struggled to fill effectively. With only Trent McDuffie performing at a high level, the Chiefs' cornerback room appears vulnerable, especially with the playoffs on the horizon. Enter Patrick Peterson, a veteran free agent with a Hall of Fame caliber resume, who could bring stability to a struggling unit. Patrick Peterson, a potential solution. Patrick Peterson is a name synonymous with excellence at the cornerback position. The former 5th overall pick in the 2011 NFL Draft has built a decorated career, including 8 Pro Bowl appearances and 3 All-Pro selections during his tenure with the Arizona Cardinals. Known for his elite athleticism, sharp instincts, and ability to shadow top receivers, Peterson was once regarded as one of the league's most dominant defenders. However, at 34 years old, Peterson is no longer the shutdown player he once was. His career trajectory has naturally shifted in recent years, reflecting both his age and the toll of over a decade in the league. Still, his recent performances suggest he might have something left to offer. In his final season with the Vikings, Peterson defied expectations, starting all 17 games and delivering an impressive stat line. He recorded 5 interceptions and 15 pass breakups, surrendering a modest passer rating of 79.6 in coverage. His tackling was efficient, with a stellar missed tackle rate of just 4.3%. Pro Football Focus graded his coverage at 82.5, a mark that ranked among the league's best that year and showcased a resurgence in his ability to contribute effectively. Peterson's 2023 season. In the 2023 season with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Peterson's production dipped significantly. While still a starter, he managed 2 interceptions and 11 pass breakups, but allowed a passer rating of 91.5 in coverage. His missed tackle rate spiked to 20.8% and his PFF coverage grade fell to 61.4, reflecting a clear decline in effectiveness and consistency. A complex decision for the Chiefs. The Chiefs are facing a precarious situation in their defensive backfield, and Peterson's experience could be invaluable in stabilizing the group. Unlike younger, untested players, Peterson offers the kind of veteran savvy that could elevate the entire unit. His ability to diagnose plays, communicate adjustments, and mentor younger teammates like McDuffie could be crucial as the Chiefs prepare for a deep postseason run. Kansas City's decision-makers face a complex equation. On one hand, Peterson's availability represents a rare opportunity to add a seasoned veteran at a critical juncture in the season. On the other, there's no guarantee that Peterson's current abilities would significantly outperform the Chiefs' existing options in the secondary. The Chiefs must weigh Peterson's potential contributions against the risks of signing a player who may not be in peak form. If they believe his leadership and situational value can outweigh his physical limitations, Peterson could serve as a stabilizing force for the defense. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs potentially moving on from players like Wanya Morris, Sky Moore, and Nazeeh Johnson in 2025? Do you agree that their performances make them expendable, or do you see untapped potential worth investing in? Regarding Emmanuel Forbes, do you think the Chiefs' low waiver priority is a fair trade-off for their success, or does it prevent them from capitalizing on intriguing talent like Forbes? Could he have been a worthwhile addition to their secondary? Lastly, do you believe signing a veteran like Patrick Peterson is the right move for Kansas City? Hey there, Chiefs Kingdom. What a game, huh? If you caught the Kansas City Chiefs' nail-biting 1917 win over the Las Vegas Raiders, you know exactly which moment we're talking about. Yep, that play. The one that had every fan either cheering or holding their breath. Travis Kelce's gutsy lateral pass to Saquon Perine was the talk of the night. If you've been following Kelce for a while, you know this isn't the first time he's pulled something like this. But every time he does, it's like walking a tightrope between brilliance and disaster. This time, it worked out perfectly. The Chiefs moved the chains, and 4 plays later, they found the end zone. But let's be real, things could have gone south fast. And guess who had something to say about it? None other than Andy Reid. But hold on, we'll get to his thoughts in a minute. For now, let me ask you, was Kelce's lateral pure genius or a risky move that could have backfired? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and before we dive deeper into Reid's reaction, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have that notification bell turned on. We're on a mission to hit 2,000 subscribers, and with your help, we'll get there in no time. Ready? Let's keep this rolling. Breaking down the play. Alright, let's break down that play because, honestly, it was wild. Picture this, it's 3rd and 10. The Chiefs are fighting to keep the drive alive, and Patrick Mahomes finds Travis Kelce with a short 5-yard pass. Simple, right? Not exactly. Instead of taking the hit and going down like any regular tight end might, Kelce does something only a player with his skill and, let's be honest, guts would try. He pivots, spots Perine nearby, and boom, lateral pass. Perine catches it and charges forward for the first down. Talk about improvisation. Now, here's where things get interesting. This wasn't the first time Kelsey pulled off a play like this. If you remember the Week 5 game against the New Orleans Saints, Kelsey attempted a similar lateral to Perrine on 3rd and 22. Back then, they came up just 1 yard short of the first down. Close, but not quite. So what's the deal? Is Kelsey a mastermind for thinking on his feet, or is he flirting with disaster? These kinds of plays are high risk, high reward. One bad lateral and boom, turnover, game momentum, gone. But hey, I want to know what you think. Is this the kind of creativity that makes Kelsey a legend, or would you rather see him stick to safer plays? Vote in the comments, genius or madness. Oh, and if you're enjoying the breakdown so far, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps get the word out to other Chiefs fans like you. Let's keep the conversation going. Andy Reid's reaction now, on to Andy Reid's reaction. What does the mastermind behind the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty think about Travis Kelce's bold lateral play? Well, let's just say he's not exactly losing sleep over it, as long as it works. During a post-game Zoom call with reporters, Reid addressed the play head-on. His take? Calm and collected as always. He's been doing it for a few years, Reid said. We do it in practice every day. You guys see that. This isn't just something we throw out there on game day. It's something we do. So everything is okay with that, just as long as you complete them. Translation: Reid trusts Kelsey's instincts, but only up to a point. The play's success is what keeps it in Reid's good graces, but you can bet that if that lateral had gone wrong, we'd be having a very different conversation right now. And that's the balancing act, isn't it? Reid knows the value of creativity. It's part of what makes the Chiefs so dangerous. But there's a fine line between innovation and risk. For Reid, as long as Kelsey stays on the right side of that line, he's got the green light. So let me ask you, do you think Reid should give Kelsey more freedom to experiment on the field, or should he rein him in a bit? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Saquon Perrine's take now. Let's hear from the other half of this daring duo, Saquon Perrine. After all, it takes two to make a lateral work, right? When reporters caught up with Perrine after the game, he didn't hold back. It was not scripted, I can tell you that much, Perrine said with a grin. I saw him do it a couple of times. He does it in practice. So I was like, let me stay in phase, just in case. And just like that, he was ready. No hesitation, no second guessing. Perrine trusted Kelsey's instincts and stayed close enough to make the play happen. When Kelsey switched the ball to his left hand and pulled his arm back, Perrine knew exactly what was coming. That kind of chemistry and trust is what makes this team special. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what's your take? Was Kelsey's lateral a stroke of genius or a risky gamble? Should Reid let him keep experimenting, or should he dial it back? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. And guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment. See you in the next video.